Hello everyone and welcome back to Arcade Spirits. We are joining Juniper and Percy on a mission to find Sue at Deco Palace. Why aren't we playing as Antonio? Because he was shot in the leg? All of that got you interested now. If you don't want to be totally spoiled about how that happened, maybe start the LP from the beginning. I have an Arcade Spirits LP playlist. Or buy the game yourself. Links in the description. Let's go. Antonio and I have been friends for years, and would be BFFs for many years to come. I knew I'd be by his side forever and a day. Okay, so I wouldn't be by his side today. I'd be at Deco Palace looking for clues like a teenage mystery sleuth. But I was by his side in spirit. Antonio is always solving these problems for his other friends at the arcade, always going on crazy adventures and getting in trouble. All while I stay on the sidelines. But now it's time for Juniper's day in the sun. I wonder if it depends. Oh, I'm gonna have to go back on that decision from before and play it with Teo and see if I end up playing as Teo or Gavin. Maybe it depends on like who you have more relationship with. Anyway. Or Juniper's day under the fluorescent tube lighting anyway. I've never been to Deco's Palace before. I went to Las Vegas once though, and this pretty much resembles a bad off-strip casino. Pulsating lights flashing everywhere, the constant chirps from games, and not to mention that heavy smell like greasy fried chicken. Not a pleasant aroma, is it? I noticed you wrinkling your nose. I don't really like junk food. I mean, it's all you can swing when you're poor and don't have much free time. But I prefer cooking proper meals myself, you know? Oops, sorry, I had the mic. But the target demographic of Deco's Palace adores anything deep-fried and or coated in sugar, you see. So have you given any thought to how we'll track down someone who knows our elusive ghostly friends then? Simple, the process of elimination. We're looking for teenagers, right? So we can rule out any kids or adults here. Plus, Sue and her friends are delinquents. We find some young miscreants, we'll find our contact. So you're suggesting we wander up to random dangerous-looking teenagers and just start asking them?
Correctamundo!
It's foolproof. Yes, well, if I may suggest something a bit more rigorous in terms of a scientific approach. Before Sue and her friends started running wild at Arcade Spirits, she seemed to express an interest in my Mr. Moopy game. Apparently Deco's Palace has a version of the game that she's already mastered, one which is strikingly different. I think I should start my search there. Perhaps a fellow Moopy aficionado would recognize Sue and be willing to talk about her? Okay, you hang around Moopy, I'll poke around elsewhere and see what I can find. Text me if you hit the pay dirt.
Be seeing ya.
Very well, I'll be in touch. Oop, I didn't put my alarm. And then an hour passed with nothing. I asked around, but either nobody had heard of Sue, or they kinda went quiet and made an excuse to leave after I mentioned her name. Thought about, like, chasing down some of the folks who seem to know something, but maybe I'm just not gutsy enough. I don't get it. Antonio makes this sort of thing look so easy. I thought we could just roll on up to Deco's Palace, find someone who looks cyberpunky, get the info, bing bang boom done. Instead, I'm nursing a watery iced tea at a soda fountain and poking at a bucket of french fries after complaining about the greasy junk food, of course. Well, do you? Huh? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I was asking if you wanted a refill on your iced tea. Oh, no, I'm good. You might know something. Hey, do you know a young woman named Sue by any chance? About this tall, lavender hair, likes Moopy? I have other customers to attend to. Excuse me. Well, poop butts. Maybe I'd struck out. I'd admit I didn't have much of a plan going into this one. I never had much of a plan, really. I couldn't even work up the nerve to leave the awful job until Antonio gave me his approval, like I couldn't lay out my own plan for my life. Being an independent artist is hard work. But at least now I have something resembling a plan for my life. I'm going to do it. I'm going to make it. I think that's why I admired Antonio. It's sort of nice to see from like outside looking in about like how people perceive your PC character. I keep hitting the mic, I'm so sorry. Okay, so he needs a nudge now and then to get moving, but once he does get the lead out, nothing stands in his way. I need that kind of energy if I'm going to succeed today. I need to not sit on my butt eating french fries. I gotta get out there and make this happen. A notification from my phone snatches my attention, just as I was getting off my bar stool. Possible lead. Meet me at the Moopy game. This is it. My time to shine. Let's make it happen, Juniper. It takes seconds for me to get there. I can see Percy standing near some weird touchscreen version of Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze, which is being played by a little girl standing on a step stool.
I did it! I did it!
And if you hit the button, it makes the wizard man eat all the dots. Impressive! You've got wonderful timing, Miss Tia.
Thank you!
Thanks, mister. Miss Tia, this is my friend, Miss Juniper. Juniper? Miss Tia here was telling me all about her best friend, Miss Sue.
What?
She was?
Definitely!
I mean, yes, I see. Sue, right. Okay, this isn't what I expected. I figured any friend of Sue had to be some rough and tumble punk, not like a cute little package of smiles and sunshine. How does the leader of a gang of thugs end up friends with a kindergartner? Still, this is my chance. I had to go for it. Let's see, how would Antonio handle instructions? Hi, Miss Tia. I'm Miss Terry. No, he wouldn't go that way. I'm very pleased to meet you, and I hope we can be friends. Or hello, how old are you exactly? Kindness boy, I guess. Okay, time to put those years of babysitting practice to good work. Hello, Miss Tia. My friend is Miss Juniper. My name is Miss Juniper, and I'm very pleased to meet you. I hope we can be friends.
Hello!
I like making friends, unless you steal people's prize tickets. Those people are no good. I wasn't planning to. Okay, then we'll be friends. So, how do you know Miss Sue? Oh, Miss Tia was telling me that her brother is the chap we've come to know as Inky. Oh! The blue one? I see! Is he around right now? The last thing we need is for one of the ghost monsters to notice us interrogating his sister for information. Nah, I'm here with my big sister, but she got bored and went off to talk with her friends and drink milkshakes. We come to this arcade lots and lots. My brother usually ignores me too, but Miss Sue is always very nice to me and tells great jokes. And she loves Moopy. She can make the wizard man eat all the dots every time. She taught me how to do it.
Yay!
You just gotta kick the game right there and it'll look all funny for a moment and then munch, 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 munch. He'll eat the dots right up. I see. Well, Miss Tina, I was hoping to talk to Miss Sue today. Do you know where she is? Or maybe her brother? Or maybe your brother?
It's a secret.
I'm not supposed to tell nobody. Miss Sue said it was a secret. Okay, Juniper. Time to use those powers of persuasion. What would Antonio do in this situation? I like how they ask, like, what would Antonio do? Because they still know the player is still in that mindset of their player character. So this is like Juniper thinking of what Antonio would do and probably her like playing the role of the player, basically. Want to be friends with Miss Sue too? Or but a secret is no fun if you don't share it? Or what if Percy teaches you more Moopy tricks? I want to be friends with Miss Sue too. I wish I could tell her the whole truth and be honest like Antonio, but I'll have to be careful too. Miss Sue sounds like a great person, and I'd really love to be friends with her too. She knows a lot about games, right? Yep, Miss Sue knows everything about every game, all of them. I'd really like to talk to her about arcades. She visited my favorite arcade recently, but hasn't come back since then. I just want to talk to her about arcade. And I promise you I can keep the secret too. All I want to do is talk. I won't hurt her or anything. Well...
BFFs for life!
I understand you want to protect your friend, and that's great. You're a great friend. And we'd like to be great friends too. I don't know. Okay, I'm feeling very weird about tricking a little girl at this point. Antonio sent us here so we could be friendly and diplomatic. Even if it'd be super easy to dupe this kid, I should be a little more honest. Miss Tia, the thing is...
Ooh.
Someone's being very mean to my friend, Mr. Antonio, and we're hoping Miss Sue can help us. That's really why we want to talk to her. We want to be friends with Miss Sue, so she'll help us against this bully. Maybe she won't want to help, but we have to try. Mr. Antonio believes in being kind to people. That's why he sent us here, to find someone who's friends with Miss Sue, so we can make all this better again. Would you be willing to help us? If you don't want to, that's okay. We'd understand. Mr. Antonio? I remember him. He helped me when I lost all my tickets at the birthday party. He made everything better again. Oh my god. Callbacks. They're so good. Yes, I'll help you. I'll help you and Mr. Antonio lots. Miss Sue should be friends with a great person like Mr. Antonio. There's an really old arcade where my brother and Sue and her friends all hang out. It's not too far from my house, and it's got so many games in it. Percy gets his phone out and starts trying to figure out the address based on a description of the area. I'm just relieved to be out of the spotlight, as he translates from little girlies into workable mappies. It says here it's a warehouse owned by Nostalgia Commodities. It's a super big house with one huge room, a really tall ceiling, and stairs and stuff.
Quite good.
Sounds accurate. Very well, shall we depart? I'm sure Mr. Antonio is eager to make friends with Miss Sue. Since we're friends and stuff now, you know Sue isn't really her name, right? Not her whole name, I mean.
It's a secret.
Her name's a secret, so I can't ask this poor girl to divulge any more secrets. I already felt a bit weird about this. But she motions for me to kneel down anyway, so she can whisper. Her name is... Wow.
Pardon me?
Pardon? Okay, I gotta go find my big sister. Bye! What was that about? I think I just figured out a whole lot of what's going on. I'll tell you on the way back to Arcade Spirits. Not only did we learn where Miss Sue was hiding out, but we may have been just handed a heck of a plot twist. I can't wait to get home and divulge this info to Antonio, and now that I think about it, I'm glad I can help out my BFF. Antonio means a lot to me. We've been friends for years, and hopefully for many more years to come. All we have to do is get past this teensy-weensy little bump in the road, right? Just like Staga megalomaniacal. I don't know how to say that.
Self-voicing enabled. Just, like, stop a megalomaniacal arcade czar from ruining all our hopes and dreams, using nothing more than a street address and a name. Self-voicing disabled.
I couldn't. Whatever. I'm betting he still wants Teo at his side when they confront Sue, of course, and that's okay. I had enough excitement for one day. I just hope that I did enough to give Antonio the winning edge, or it'll be game over for us all. I awaken to the sounds of pain, more specifically the groans of pain escaping from my own throat. Apparently getting shot in the leg hurts a lot, and sleeping on the second-hand employee couch probably it's not the finest choice for rest. The nap was a definite necessity, however. I'm not operating at full speed anymore, and won't be for a few weeks to come, but sleep didn't make my muscles any less achy. If anything, I've got a headache on top of it. Joy of joys. But right now, I got 99 problems and my physical condition ain't one. The fate of Arcade Spirits is what matters most.
Beep beep.
Antonio, you should probably be getting up now. I'm up. Goody! So, have you given any thought to how you're going to win over Sue's favor once you go confront her? Well, usually I just sort of stumble through these things and decide stuff like that on the fly.
Ooh.
That's no good. You know those intense identity situations I've been tracking, the ones where you can't take certain approaches that won't mesh with your personality. What, like where I can't crack wise if I'm not a jokey type person? Well, it's not so much that you can't, more that you shouldn't try something that goes against who you are as a person. People will see right through it. And I'm betting Sue will know if you're play acting at something you aren't. This will be super intense identity situation, only one way through. Kindness! When the time comes, you're going to have to take a stand based on your highest personality score, which is kindness. Ugh, not more numbers and systems. It's for your own good, Antonio. I'm just trying to help you make decisions that will save arcade spirits, and that means being true to your spirit. And what's that mean exactly? According to my calculations right now, your best bet for how to convince Sue is to be kindly. You've done a great job opening your heart to others and getting them to empathize with you. Do that with Sue and she'll be your friend in no time. Uh-huh. And if I don't want to take that approach? It's a bit late to change who you are as a person, Antonio. Remember, my numbers and score only help me understand who you are. Who you are is who you've chosen to be. It's a casual relationship. But with the help of your friends, you can maybe get some ideas. Nudge things around a bit until you feel confident taking a different tactic than your usual one. Speaking of your friends, here's one now! Teo! Hey, feeling alright? Once again, Teo shows up holding a bouquet of elegant blooms. This time it's my second favorite flowers, and I smile in return. He hands them over to me before sitting beside me. You're too sweet. Not as sweet as you, and not as sweet as, and not as sweet as what I'm about to tell you. Juniper and Percy are much too innocent for their own good. They befriended a young girl who dished on Sue's whereabouts.
Exactly.
Pretty great, huh? Teo puts his hand on top of mine and gives a little squeeze. And that's not all, my love. We found out something that puts an interesting twist on this whole debacle. Sue has a last name, and it's an all too familiar one. Oh, don't stop now, tell me. Nami. Her real name is Sue Nami. That actually sounds hilarious. Sue Nami? Sorry. We'd been assuming all along that the ghost monsters were gunning for hire, paid off by Deco Nami to ruin our opening day. But if Sue is actually Deco's daughter, would she ever betray her own father? Or I'm going to need to be very, very careful, or hopefully she hates the old bastard, or I feel sorry for any kid named her after an awful pun. I'm going to need to be very, very careful. I was assuming I could sway Sue to my side through my oratory skills. I mean, I've talked my way out of countless problems to date without issue. But having Deco Nami be family changes the entire picture. No amount of logic and reason is going to break through bonds of blood. I'm going to need to be very careful how I approach this. Okay, this changes everything. That's what I'm saying. This is an entirely different situation we found ourselves in. Family, for better or worse, makes everything more complicated. But if they're anything like my family, it's going to be a hard bond to break. But don't let me fill you with doubt. Not every family is close. If there's anything amiss, you'll be able to spot it and drive a wedge between them. Plus, picking up on subtleties is sort of my thing. You'll have me there to help you, right? Teo squeezes my hand once more, lifting them to his mouth. His lips grace my fingertips with delicate kisses. Teo. Our eyes meet and I melt into him. You've utterly convinced me, or don't even think about not coming with me, or I don't want to put you in danger. Shit. Oh man. I want to put the basically option. It's on par for us. I don't want to put you in danger. I know you want to be part of this, Teo, but I love you too much to put you right in harm's way. Listen, we're partners. We do this together. Even if I'm just cheering you on from afar, don't think you're taking this burden alone. You aren't. I'm right here, and I'm not going anywhere. I can't help but give in. I love you, Teo. Speaking of love and epic battles approaching, I'm more of a lover than a fighter, but I can switch if you need me to. I chuckle lightly, not missing the beat. He smiles coyly in my direction. But seriously, what can I do to aid you right now? What's the plan? Iris told me I only get one chance at this, that I need to go with whatever I do best. But if I talk this through with someone, maybe I can learn a different path. Honestly, I haven't thought too much about it. I'm open to ideas. How would you handle this? Sue is still very much a teenager, right? And what do teenagers do? Rebel? Precisely. And how do they rebel? By doing what they want when they want. They're all about having fun. Appeal to her sense of adventure and mischief. You're sure to win her over if you act as childish as she will. Yeah, that's the kind of tomfoolery I can endure. Sue may be on, but she's hardly a child. That isn't gonna be enough to, like, jump up that. You know what? We're gonna go with this. Whatever. Yeah, that's the kind of tomfoolery I can endorse. Right? Yeah. I'm the manager of an arcade. Of course I'm all about having a good time. If we can show her we're the better party people in her family, she might just join forces with us. But I want to see if that actually changed anything. I doubt it. Yeah, that's like one of our lower scores, so of course it's not going to change anything about it. Just for the heck of it. That's a fun-loving spirit that made me fall head over heels for you. I trust your decision with all my heart. You're amazing and you'll do great. Teo sweetly gives me a quick kiss on my nose. You take all the time you need. I'll be waiting for you to say the word. He gives me a wink as he leaves me alone with my thoughts. Well, this is it. Either we sort this mess out, or Arcade Spirit crashes and burns. Or I get killed. I guess that's always an option, considering we're going to go confront a street gang that indirectly got me shot in the first place. I don't even want to consider the possibility of death. I'm immortal until proven otherwise. I'm pretty sure I've said this before, but I pretty much like whatever version of Antonio there is. I just headcanon that he's like a shape-shifting immortal being. Also, probably always a vampire. I'm immortal until proven otherwise, but well. This is the end. I should probably have some words with my friends before I march towards doom, if only to get their opinion on how I should approach Sue. Grabbing my crutches, I thumb swing my way out to the arcade proper to track down some folks. Let's see, I've already talked to Teo. Who else do I want to talk to before we leave? Let's go with Gavin. I find Gavin looming large over the arcade floor behind the ticket desk. Seems he was expecting me. So, our complications have developed complications. Seems to be the case. And you'd like my advice on the matter. Seems to be the case. Be clear with Sue, be honest, and be ready to rise to whatever challenge she poses to you.
Perhaps.
If you let her make the first move, you can counter-move through improvisation. I know you're talented at it. God, use that talent to let her set up her own traps and step in them. Treat her with respect, but in the end, she's just a kid. You can outthink a teenager, I like to believe.
Take this matter seriously.
If you take the situation seriously and approach with a clear mind, I've no doubt you'll win the day. Agreed? I can keep a cool head and let her make the first move. Not sure about this, I'll consider options. I can keep a cool head and let her make the move first. Sounds about right. Go in ready to form a strategy based on the conditions on the ground, and play out that strategy with a calm hand. Precisely the way I'd handle it. You know, when you first came to the Funplex, I had serious doubts about you. I'd assumed you'd just fill a seat and do the low-level labor while I focus on higher-order management skills. Tasks. My bad. So I've largely kept my distance. Or tried to, at least. Out of professional respect. But I can't help but have come to know you over the time we spent together. You're not a minimum wage trainee any longer. You've taken opportunity and run with it. Developing not only the Funplex, but a whole new arcade as well. I know we're facing a difficult challenge. I'm not going to blindly assume everything will be just fine either.
Certainly.
But I know that if this is possible, if we can stave off bankruptcy, you'll be capable of doing it. Thank you, Gavin. Your respect means a lot to me. And if not, I can always sell my vital organs. Or, you were doing a terrific job before I come along too. Or, we'll beat this problem and everyone that comes after. Okay, look, seeing as like Gavin was one of the options I was going for at the start, I'm gonna go with the steady option for this one. Thank you, Gavin. Your respect means a lot to me. Thank you, Gavin. I'm glad I've earned your respect. I worked hard to get all of us where we are today, and I don't intend to let any of you down. Hold on, I want to see, like, just before we get to the menu where we can't see anyone. I might just go with Gavin, and then Percy, and maybe Ashley? Just because, like, I didn't get a chance to, like, get an opinion about Queen Bee because she was so low, and we don't match at all. Oh, my steady's going up. I wanted an option, though. Of that, I have no doubt. All that remains is for me to wish you the best in your fetch tonight. Do Arcade Spirits proud. Do us all proud. We're all counting on you, Naomi especially. I swear to protect your dream ones, even if I've been inadequate at the task, unable to truly understand her heart. I hope you can forgive me for my earlier mistakes. Now that we're all together for Arcade Spirits, I must admit, fondness. Have you told her that? Well, no, but perhaps I should. Not that I mean to distract you, as you were. Who else do I want to talk to before we leave? Percy? I think I spot Percy at the bar. Yep, there he is, having a beer and watching some fighting game tourney on the sports channel.
Hello, hello.
Ah, Antonio, you've heard the news then? That our arch-enemy is the father of our second arch-enemy? Yep.
Rather unfortunate.
Unpleasant business, that. Simply unpleasant. I wish I could offer you boundless enthusiasm and a show of confidence, but this whole situation's gotten rather out of hand, hasn't it? As a matter of investment, my choice at this stage would be to cash out while you still can. I mean, I know that you won't, but that's what I'd suggest. Life is short, take it from me. Best to make the most of what you have than to lose it all. So apologies for my inability to offer a pep talk. Afraid I'm rather melancholy today. It's okay, Percy. I'll take care of this problem we're facing. Then I'll hold out hope. I'm not certain as to how you'll do this, but I'll hold out hope nevertheless. Well, how would you do it, if you were willing to give it a go? Tricky. I don't know how effective would it be, but I'd try to approach as a friend, connect with Sue on an individual level. It's going to be difficult, mind you. She's young, she's got something to prove, she has friends she needs to impress. Digging through all of that to get to her heart, well... You've got your work cut out for you, yes. Won't be easy, but I think I could do it. It's true. I've been considering taking a gentler approach, yeah. Thanks for the advice, Percy. Anytime, love. No matter what, if this turns violent again, you should take the better part of your valor and run for it. You've got your youth and your health. Take it from someone sitting in the Reaper's waiting room. There's no sense hastening that meeting. He always seems to joke about his own short lifespan. I'm gonna get promotions! Even if he's the only one who seems capable of laughing at it. Maybe I should really try to talk to him about this. Look, Percy, about your condition. Percy, we love you. We want you happy and healthy. Can nothing really be done? Or, there are always options. Have you truly exhausted all of them? Or can I donate my heart? If so, I'd go get a pocket knife and sort this out. Or you're too awesome to just fade away. You need to stand up to this. Percy, we love you. We want you happy and healthy. Can nothing really be done? The hard kindness. The kindness. Are you sure your condition is truly a death sentence? Can nothing really be done? Percy, we love you. You're part of the Arcade Spirits family. I'd rather have you be here with us enjoying Moopy rather than attending your funeral. I know everyone else feels the same way. So, are you really sure there's nothing left to do? He does seem a bit taken aback at the outpouring of sentiment and pauses before replying.
Well,
I suppose it's not like one stone's gone unturned. There are some options. I just don't see the point of taking them. It seems a waste. I'm not all what you seem to think I am, not compared to. So you're saying there are options that could save you? Could, maybe, possibly. And I may consider them, perhaps. But our focus tonight should be on you, not me. Don't let my situation weigh on your mind, not at this critical moment. I'll hear no more of it, understand? Fine.
lovely.
Now, go out there and do right by your friends. Save Arcade Spirits. I've decided to hold out hope after all. Lovely, isn't it? I'm gonna cry. I also want to talk to you before we leave. I know I said I was gonna talk to, like, Ashley. But maybe I should talk to Juniper. Or I could leave Kira to talk to Juniper, just cause best friend. We're just gonna go with those 3 boys. And Juniper. Juniper is having some lemonade at the bar. Granted, she sort of hates sipping it, clearly looking frustrated.
Come on.
This whole situation is total poop butts. She lets out a heavy sigh as I approach.
That sucks.
You just dig yourself out of the hole your life had become, and now you're gonna lose another arcade? It sucks. Seriously sucks. Arcade Spirits isn't lost yet. But it's not like you have a total plan on how to save it yet, right? Other than go talk to someone who may or may not help. Honestly, that's about as much of a plan as I ever have. And right now, it's as good as a plan as we're going to get. If you were going in another place, how would you handle this? Well, I guess there's 2 tricks I'd try. One, she's a teenager, right? A rebel to the core. Be a rebel, a dissident, a class clown. Connect with her on that level and make her feel your while, too. 2, she's a teenager, right? I remember being young and totally stupid. Let her make a mistake, then outthink her, keeping calm and using that to react to her moves. I guess they're wildly different ideas, but hey, one of them will work, right? I could be a rebel without a cause. Or I could outthink her, sure. Or I'm not sure, might try something different. Both of these are like basically what Teo and Gavin said. I could outthink her, sure. I have to see. I hate how finicky this thing is. Okay. When it comes to strategy, I've got more experience under my belt than she'd have. I can outthink her, could it come to that. Exactly.
Definitely.
You know I'm proud of you. You've come so far from the Reeves family curse days, when you'd blame all your misfortune on fickle fate. Instead, you're diving in and trying to strangle fate with its own strings. And I want you to know, win or lose, I'll still be here.
BFFs for life.
I'm your best friend, arcade or no arcade. And even if you lose this place, you'll always have a home. I'll make you pizza bagels and give you a shoulder to cry on. If I ever see another pizza bagel, I will hurl. Or in all the cartoons I can watch too. Or you're my best friend too, and that will never change, or I haven't lost yet, and I do not intend to. Oh, you're my best kindness. You're my best friend too, and that will never change. Thank you, Juniper. Your support means a lot to me. You're my best friend forever, my BFF, and that will never change. Aw, you're making me blush, you big goof. Okay, I'm sufficiently cheered up, thanks to your infectious spirit. Now get out there and let him have it, Tiger. Who else do I want to talk to before I leave? I'm not going to talk to anyone else. If you want to know how other people would respond to the situation and stuff. Buy the game! Links in the description. If you want to watch the LP from the beginning, I have a Arcade Spirits playlist. Don't want to miss the next video? Subscribe! Turn on notifications! Click that bell icon. Leave a like if you liked it. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye! And thank you to this month's patrons. If you're interested in becoming a patron, getting early access to videos and other things, check out my Patreon. Links are in the description. Hopefully I'll see you there.